Hi everyone, Jason here with another Makera Studio tutorial video, and this one we're taking a deeper dive of our materials library. Now, anytime you set up a CNC project, you will see a set of stock material options that you can choose during the setup process. And you'll notice that you have different options and sometimes different sizes to choose from if it's a piece of stock material that we have in the Makera store that you could select for your CNC projects. But these materials can be customized and created by you as well, and these materials are also really important as they help you choose the correct feeds and speeds for your tools as well. So to do this, you can open up the material library from your options menu, and then again you can browse all the default materials that are listed within here, such as hardwood, softwood, all the different plastics, and for many of these materials, different stock sizes that we sell in the Makera store. Now, you can also create your own custom materials and add materials as well. You cannot edit any of the default materials. So for example, I cannot change any of the default materials, but I can in fact add materials by simply clicking this little add button here. This will create a new material. So for example, let's say that I'm specifically working with pine, and I want to customize my options for pine. After creating this new category of woods, I can then add default sizes. For example, let's say that I often work with a piece of pine that is 4 inches by 4 inches by 1 inch. This is a cuboid material, and 4 inches is about 101.6 millimeters, so I can type that in. And the height would be 25.4 millimeters. Once I have that set, I can click apply, and now I have this new wood called pine, and then this new sub type of material called pine 4 by 4 by 1. Now, when I go to create my setup for my CNC projects and I select wood, I'll then see pine listed there. And then under other, I'll have that default size, and you'll notice that my length, width, and height was automatically changed for that piece of material. So by customizing your material library and adding the common materials that you work with, it will drastically improve the overall workflow and speed of your CNC projects. But it's a little bit more than that, because you also want to be able to set the feeds and speeds based on this as well. And that is actually done in the tool library. So after creating a material, let's head over to our tool library. Now I'm going to go to a bit that I might be using with the pine material that I just created, such as the single flute non-metal category, and let's say my 3.175 by 25 millimeter flat end mill. Now you'll notice that this bit has hardwood and softwood and all the other default materials, but my pine material is not listed. Now, like our materials here, you cannot customize a default tool. So this is a default tool that cannot be changed as it has the default settings from the Makera store. But what I can do is I can copy this tool, and then I have my own custom library over here where I can paste it. Now I can edit this tool. So I'm going to click Edit. And then if I want to change the tool machining parameters, such as adding a new material, I can come on over to my tool machining parameters, go to my wood section, and now find that pine material that I in fact had created earlier. Then I can click Enable, and then enter the feeds and speeds for pine, which in this case would look very similar to my feeds and speeds for my default woods. But perhaps you wanted to customize these feeds and speeds for your new material, and of course you can do so. So working with the materials library not only allows you to really streamline your overall workflow for your CNC projects, but also allows you to really streamline your cutting parameters for specific jobs and projects that you might be doing in Makera Studio. Thanks for watching. Check out more tutorials and guides on our channel and wiki site, and stay tuned for more.